Now this leaves the rest of the Autobot cast, and I gotta say, I'm pretty unimpressed with them. Now, I used to hate these guys a lot more than I do now. I couldn't stand them back in the day. I thought they were so annoying, and to be fair, I still think they are. But looking back, I can see what they're trying to do. The previous Autobots in the last movies had personalities, but they were just very muted and subtle, and this led to a lot of casual audiences not really remembering them past the film. So with these new guys, they definitely wanted to make their personalities more front and center and in your face so you could remember them this time. But the problem is that the movie doesn't properly introduce you to any of them, which is insane, because even the previous movies did that. So unless you're a hardcore fan, you probably don't know any of these guys' names. So because I'm so nice and so generous, I'll introduce them for you, since the movie didn't feel like doing it. We'll first start with Hound, and he's probably my least favorite of the new ones, because he's pretty much just a replacement Ironhide. Now I have nothing but love for John Goodman, and I can clearly tell he's having a fun time voicing the character, but he just does not shut up in this movie. And he easily had the most screen time out of all the new ones too. Not a huge fan of the beard either, it just looks super weird to me. I know Sentinel, Jetfire, and even G1 Transformers had beards too, but it just looked way more natural on them compared to Hound here. He's also the first fat Transformer, which makes no sense to me at all. Like, how does all that fat and junk convert into this little military truck? That's another thing too with these new Autobots. They just have things about them that just doesn't make any logical sense on how they would transform. Like Crosshairs, for example, has a trench coat for some reason, and we're supposed to expect a seamless transformation from that into a Corvette Stingray. It's like the designers forgot they were supposed to be making Transformers, not just cool looking robots just cuz. And the icing on the cake is that we never even see them transform once in the movie. Not even Drift, who I think makes the most logical sense of the three, transforms in the movie. And no, I don't count his like made up CGI helicopter mode. Despite what I said though, I think Crosshairs is probably my favorite of the new cast. I actually don't mind him at all actually. John DiMaggio does an excellent job voicing him, and it fits his snarky and selfish personality perfectly. I actually wasn't familiar with Crosshairs' character before this movie, so I was kind of up to any interpretation they had for him. Actually, now thinking about it, what was Crosshairs' G1 design? You know what, Michael Bay? I'll give you a point on this one. Now Drift I was heavily disappointed with. Despite him not showing up in any cartoons before this movie came out, I was familiar with his character beforehand. I own his toy from what I believe is his design from IDW from back in 2010, and I absolutely love the way that he looked. So when I heard he was gonna be included in Transformers 4, I was beyond excited. If only you could see the look on my face when those first promo images of him released and they just turned him into a stereotypical samurai. And I'd like to give Michael Bay and his team the benefit of the doubt that they didn't intend to give him a yellow face because he's Asian. But given Bay's track record, it's not looking too good. His face is also strangely very humanoid, and the movie has like 10 trillion close-up shots of it, and each time I'm like, ew, get away. They made him a triple changer in this movie, which is kind of cool, although I feel like the only reason he can turn into a helicopter was for some plot convenience. The main car he transforms into is a Bugatti Veyron, which is kind of cool. I've personally never been a huge fan of this car, but I'm aware that's a personal thing. The movie barely makes any use of it, and I don't understand why the studio paid so much money for this car to be in the movie for as little presence as it has. Drift in general is barely given much to do. Like, he only has like one cool moment for them to put in the trailers. So yeah, that's our new Autobot team, and overall, they got nothing on that OG 2007 team.